I always wondered how Wild Arms would be like in this day and age if they were still making games. Imagine if they, like, made a Wild Arms today and they basically had the same mentality of be an RPG and a Zelda game, but like a modern RPG and a modern Zelda game. So it was like an action RPG with Zelda type puzzle solving. So basically Genshin Impact. Wild Arms would be Genshin Impact. It would be a 3D action RPG with like Breath of the Wild style puzzles. So Genshin Impact. It would be a Genshin competitor. But they'd stick with the Western theme. So instead of being like a Eastern Asian theme, it would be like it'd be Genshin Impact meets Red Dead Redemption. I kind of want that. I'd be in. All right. Guess we're not going that way. Wait, I have to go this way. With all the insufferable one-liners you could ever ask for. I don't actually know. So I thought this was the only way left for me to go. Death gets addicted to Genshin arc when? I played Genshin when it came out, and when it first came out, it was actually like pretty good with its monetization. It was like, I mean, when Genshin came out, it was a steal. It was a free game that was like half as big as Breath of the Wild, and you could get everything for free. You just had to play a lot. You had to get on every day and do your dailies and everything, but if you did, you could get a bunch of pools and get really good characters and stuff, and there really wasn't any... You could buy wishes, but that was like it. There was really no... There was like the battle pass, which just was basically the dailies but better, and then you could like buy wishes, but they were pretty expensive, so it was kind of like, what's the point? Might as well just play on your own and get stuff. And it was really fun. Like, you could jump on, do your dailies, and then like every couple of days you'd earn a wish and have just as good of a chance as everyone else to get something good. And I remember I ended up buying the battle pass because it was like $5 and it lasted like all month long and got you really good stuff. And I actually like played it and kept up with it for like a month. But then the game started to get some flack. I don't remember what for. There was some like seasonal update that everyone was mad about. I don't remember what it was in particular. And I always kind of, when it comes to games like Genshin, hate to see that. That's actually scared the crap out of me. The teardrop is this way. What's the matter? Don't you want it? So you expect us to just follow you? Yeah, right. First of all, who the heck are you? What do you want? You're afraid, aren't you? Me? Afraid? The one who does not have the courage to look at the truth is called a coward. A coward is afraid. Alright then, I'll follow you. The photosphere is being prepped for travel. Hurry up and follow me. While classic Doom door opening sound effect. When it comes to games like Genshin Impact, they very quickly start to feel like a chore to me. So like for the first month, I was like doing the dailies and doing the battle pass and having fun and enjoying it. But by the second month, it was already starting to feel like a chore. I felt like I had to stop playing other games because I had to go on and do my dailies. And so I quickly like gave up on it. And that tends to be the case with all games like that. I just don't like my video games to feel like a chore. And as soon as I start saying, I want to play this game, but before I play the game I actually want to play, I need to log on to the game that I play every day to do my things, that's when I quit. Like, as soon as I start not playing something else because I have to do this other thing, I stop playing. But for like the first month, I wanted to play Genshin, so I was like, this is what I want to do, but you know, as soon as it starts becoming a chore, I quit. That's why I can't really stick to mobile games either, because as soon as I start sitting in my chair with like my computer in front of me and like stuff I could be doing on my computer, or my PlayStation sitting next to me with games I could be playing, but instead I'm sitting on my phone, I'm like, yeah, I gotta stop playing this. I'm giving up better experiences because this game is craving my attention. Well, that was really cool. But, you know, there's something to be said about games like that. It's not that they're all bad. If you spend months and months getting on every day and doing your dailies, and because of that you get, like, all this cool stuff that no one else can get, that can be, like, really satisfying for people. But, yeah, I just can't. I usually can't stick with it. There's been a game or two in the past that I've stuck with. I used to have a mobile game. Back in high school, I played a game. What was it called? Deck Heroes, Hero something. It was a TCG game, TCG mobile game, and I played it with a friend, so that was like a big reason why I stuck with it, because we both played it together and we were both in a clan together. And it was one of those games where like the clans are actually like pretty serious and they want you to go on and do a certain amount of stuff to like stay in the clan. And we were part of the best clan in the game at one point. And so we weren't the best in the clan, but we were part of the best clan. And so we were like really into it. And so there was a mutual, like, there were people that quote unquote expected me or relied on me to do my share. So that was like a big part of what kept me in it. A lot like stuff with like Genshin Impact and stuff. It's really only you. You're just doing it for yourself, so it's pretty easy to quit. But when you have other people involved, it's harder to quit. But I really enjoyed it. I never felt like it was a chore. We played it for like probably like a year and a half. And I never felt like a chore till like the very end. I really enjoyed that game a lot. And we would talk about it all the time and come up with strats and stuff, and it was fun. I enjoyed it a lot. And it was pretty satisfying because that game had zero pay to win. You couldn't pay for anything. All they had was like a monthly, I don't know what to call it because it wasn't a battle pass, but it was like a $5 a month and you get a crap ton of extra stuff. And that was it. So you just, if you were serious about the game, you bought that, and if you weren't, then you didn't, and that was it. And it was really nice. And the game itself was free, so like no one felt like it was a scam to pay the $5. It was pretty worth it. I'll tell you the truth, we share a common goal. I have no intention of fighting you people. I need your assistance. We must destroy Mother before the photosphere burns away all of Filgaia. I'm really liking this introduction to this character. Oh, a new arm. But my rocket launcher is like level 1,000,000. Twin orbs. Got like an alien weapon? Auto attack. Wonder what that means. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate that pretty much any cosmetic in any game at this point is only for the people who are completely dedicated to the game. There's really no casual value in any cosmetics. It used to be that you could play a game, enjoy it, and then be like, you know what? I enjoy this game, I want to support this game, I'll buy some cosmetics. Nowadays, unless it's your ride or die, there's no reason to buy any cosmetics in any game. They're just not worth it. You're paying the price of a whole nother game. And that's not to say, like I said, I mean, if you're really dedicated to a game and you want to spend that much money on a cosmetic, like that's totally fine. But casually, there's just no real incentive to spend that much. And it's really telling of the industry because I've been complaining for a while that I don't understand why cosmetics aren't cheaper. Because in my mind, if you make a cosmetic $50, you get 1% of the community to purchase it. Whereas if you make a cosmetic $10, you get like 30% of the community to purchase it, which is much more than 5 times 1%, if you catch my drift. Like, you should technically make more money that way. But over the years, I've kind of realized that it's not the case. And looking at some numbers of, like, some games, it's very apparent that making super expensive cosmetics is actually more money for them because of how big the whale market is. But I will hold on to the opinion that some games would still very much benefit by having cheaper cosmetics. Stuff like Fortnite, where it's a lot of kids and they don't know how to spend their money correctly. In games like Genshin, which are just full of whales, it makes sense to have expensive cosmetics. But there's other games where I'm like, man, this game's community is like 10,000 players. If you had like $2 cosmetics, you could genuinely make a good amount of money off of it. Instead, you have $50 cosmetics that like 10 people are purchasing. I mean, there's just no way they're making money off this. Like, yes, you have a dedicated fan base, but there's just no way. Like, I think there are many games that could benefit from lowering the price of their cosmetics. But I will concede that after looking at the numbers, games like Genshin and Fortnite, it makes total sense why their cosmetics are so expensive, because they genuinely make so much money off of whales. And not even whales, like, it's not always whales. Sometimes it's just people that are really dedicated to the game that want to buy them and have the disposable income. Like, it's not always got to be like a negative thing, but yeah, they a lot of people buy the expensive cosmetics is the basics of it. A lot more than you think purchase them. Yeah, and that's the kind of like mentality that makes me think, why did they not make them cheaper? But it's because for every one person like you, there's 3 people who bought it. So great. Full party silence. Oh, good. I see these mosquitoes are taking from their real-life counterparts and being extremely annoying. Oh yeah, it's crazy. I mean, League of Legends is definitely like an outlier because of how big and global the game is, but even stuff like Valorant is crazy. I think the worst I've ever seen is Apex Legends. Apex Legends was just completely out of control at one point. You had to spend hundreds just for a chance for the skin you wanted. Oh god, I'm confused. My controls are all messed up. I'm gonna cure I'm gonna cure Jack's silence and then use his ability to cure the others. And like the skins were so bad too, it was crazy. It was like at one point you were spending like $200 for the chance to get a skin for a champion you might not even play, and the skin only other people could see because it's a first-person shooter. I mean, it was like pretty unbelievable. And some of the skins on the rotating shop were like $60 and they're just like a recolor. It was nuts. I am short on words. Mother's heirloom. The warm light. I'm so relieved. Oh my god, we finally got it back. The photosphere and the mother derive their powers from the teardrop. Now that the power is down, you can attack the mother. This is your one and only chance, humans. This is as far as I go. If you do not destroy Mother now, your world will suffer the same fate as mine. Mother destroyed his planet. I couldn't care less. We've been dancing in that guy's court all this time. Might as well dance the last song. Let's go for it. I'm very curious who that is, because I have a guess. Yeah, and it's such a crazy it's so different playing a game that you know was made for cosmetics versus a game that was made to be a game and then they added cosmetics to help support it. You know what I mean? Like when you play an EA game and you can just see how the entire game was based around selling the cosmetics. Like that was their number one from the beginning. We're going to base the whole game around getting to these cosmetics. Versus when you play like an indie game and the game itself is a game and then they're like, hey, there's these cosmetics if you want to help me support, you know, maybe make another game or keep updating this game. Like, here's the way to support. Like, it's such a drastic difference, and players aren't stupid. They can discern for themselves the difference. Although even when I play indie games, sometimes it feels like cosmetics have been ruined by the AAA industry, that indie games are forced to charge. Not forced, but it makes sense for them to charge more. It's like, because people are so used to it now. I mean, some of my favorite indie games have like $10 cosmetics for a single player game. For a single player indie game, where the cosmetics are basically just a reskin or like a recolor, and they're like $10, and I'm like, what are we doing? This is an indie game. The game itself was like $20. What do you what do you mean the skins are $10? Like, even if we just don't even take into consideration the whole rest of the industry, if we just look at this one game on its own, the game itself, the assets, the music, the level design, the story, everything that makes this game a game, $20. This one JPEG changing a color, $10. It's like, what are we doing? Who came up with these prices? Oh, this is fun. Did Pragmata come out? Or are you talking about the demo? Oh, it did come out today. Nice. Yeah, I'm excited to see what the reviews are like, because I had mentioned earlier, wasn't a big fan of the demo. So I'm hoping they fixed some of the stuff I didn't like from the demo. Man, this is great. We're asleep, we're silenced, we're confused. All this stuff sticks after the fight, so I gotta heal it no matter what. Excellent. Well, so you want to be careful there, Amela, because although I agree with your sentiment, there are some times that you do need to blame the developers. But it's a case-by-case basis. We can't just blanket statement and say it's all the industry's fault because, you know, we're the ones that buy it. But you also just can't say that, oh, it's all our fault for buying it, because there's a stark difference between a company allowing us to purchase something and us deciding to purchase it, and a company being specifically designed to feed on people who are too young to understand how to spend money, people who are addicted to certain things, people who have a preconceived love for a certain IP that blinds their judgment, people that have gambling problems, the list goes on. So it's, you know, if it's there and they're not forcing anyone to buy it and they're not taking advantage of anyone, then yes. But there are many games and many companies that take advantage of people that cannot control themselves, and that's a big problem in the industry. It's been a problem ever since mobile games existed. Nice 666 damage. Yes, you can say Helldivers. Don't worry about it. Those darn heck divers. Or are you talking about the fact that you buy credits? That's not very PG, buying credits. Yo, meme! Holy cow, man! Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs. Holy crap, man! Thank you so much. I'll play that alert later. Thank you so much. That's incredible, incredibly generous of you, man. You said that Pragmata's overwhelmingly positive already. That's good to hear. Because like I said, I was a bit worried about the demo, not gonna lie. It felt very repetitive, and it felt like there was something missing. Like it felt like they took the BioShock Big Daddy Little Sister thing and kind of just copy pasted it into the modern over-the-shoulder storytelling. You know, it's like they took Last of Us and threw in the BioShock gimmick and just kind of said, like, here we go. And I wasn't really feeling what made it its own game. And then the combat was just so much of the minigame. Like, you were constantly having to do the hacking thing. And it was getting, like, really repetitive. And I only played it for 45 minutes. I only played the demo, and it was already starting to feel repetitive. And I was like, man, I can't imagine how this feels in the full game. So I wasn't really vibing with it. I liked the look of it, and the gunplay was fun, but I wasn't really vibing with the rest of it. So either they made some changes, and people are really liking it now, or it's just a me thing, and everyone liked it to begin with, and I just don't like it. Which would be a bit of a shame, because I was really excited about it when I saw the demos, or the trailers. Yeah, at the very least, it's a new IP. Like, I really want to try to give as many new IPs the time of day, because we really need more new IPs to, like, do well. We're having a bit of a crisis in the gaming industry right now, where every single new IP flops. So all the companies are like, well, time to invest even more money into remakes and remasters and ports, and trying to revive old franchises, because these new IPs just aren't working, and they need to not do that. They need to stick to their guns and make new IPs, because that's not how the industry is going to grow at all. Everyone's just going to get more and more sick of remasters. The other problem is these IPs come out, and we're in, like Retro said, like, oh great, a new IP, can't wait to play the sequel in 10 years. Like, they got to stick with them. Like, remember like early PS3 era, when like Assassin's Creed had a new game every single year, and Infamous had a new game every year and a half, 2 years. Like, there were all these IPs going where, like, every year there was a new game, and sometimes it was a little underbaked, but for the most part, I mean, Assassin's Creed came out every year, and they weren't horrible, and they had their fan base, and they were super popular, you know? Like, they found this strategy that worked, and it was even on the PS3, which had a horrible architecture that was hard to make games for, and they were still able to do it. So the industry is in really a pickle right now, because even if they do make a great IP, it takes so long to make video games now that they can't really, like, capitalize on it. Whereas remakes and remasters, they can push out super quickly. So, I don't know. Another thing that I kind of noticed the other day is mascots are dead. Just completely dead. And I don't know if that's good or bad, but in like the PS2, PS3, Xbox era, it was all about mascots. You had Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank and Master Chief and all these, like, even like Nathan Drake and stuff. You had people that you could put on boxes and sell stuff. You could make movies, you could make merch, and like that just doesn't exist anymore. I mean, you have freaking Minecraft, Fortnite, and Five Nights at Freddy's. That's all you're going to see. That's all the merch you're going to see at stores. That's all the movies you're going to see, like, you know, in Pokemon. They just completely took over. There's no... Even stuff like Astrobot, who should be a great mascot for Sony, you got to go on some weird website. You got to go on, like, Fangamer to get a Astrobot plushie or something. Like, you're not going to see those at Walmart. You're not going to see them putting Astrobot on, like, merch, like PlayStation official merch to, like, sell. It's not a thing. Like, they just don't really do mascots anymore. And, like, mascot platformers don't exist anymore. So that hurts it a lot. But even if the days of Crash Bandicoot and Spyro are gone, they still don't even really take advantage of their mascots they do have. At the very most, we get a Netflix series, and like that's it, you know. And you could say that that might be a good thing because they got kind of sold out after a while, but I think it does kind of hurt them a bit because they don't have that thing they can always sell. They can't try all these crazy games, and whether or not they succeed or fail, they always can fall back on, like, their Crash Bandicoot. They can always fall back on their Assassin's Creed, you know. Every game is do or die. Every game has put $50 million into a 7-year program and hope it works. Oh no, my microwave is done cooking. Oh yeah, man. I mean, like, we just don't really have those anymore. There's nothing really for me to get, like, excited about for, like, my kids. The only thing I can really get excited about and, like, enjoy side to side with my kids is Pokemon. I can't, like, I can have them sit down and play Astrobot and they can, like, enjoy it, but they're not gonna, like, get into it. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be like their thing. We're not gonna go to the store and see Astrobot and be like, oh, we gotta get Astrobot, and they're not gonna go to school and talk about Astrobot. No one knows what the heck they're talking about. Who the heck's Astrobot? That doesn't sound like Freddy Fazbear. Like, they're not really gonna get into it. They're just gonna, like, enjoy it as a thing and then move on. Pokemon's, like, the only real standing power thing that I can, like, connect with my kids in terms of, like, video gamey stuff. That and Mario. Now, of course, I can still enjoy those things with them, like, as a something that just between me and them, but it's not something they can really attach to. Like I said, they're not going to go to school and tell their friends about how they played Astrobot with Dad. It's going to be like Pokemon and Mario and Freddy Fazbear. Like, that's what kids are going to be talking about at school. Because that's what they got on their frickin' backpacks and lunch boxes and stuff. And come to think of it, even with the small amount of IPs Sony has, they're all adult things. They're all like Nathan Drake and Joel and Ellie. Like, they really have no kids icon at all at Sony. Can't believe this has happened. Telling you, we got to bring back Ratchet, and we got to make a good movie. Ratchet was kicking butt, and then they made the movie, and it sucked. And then they actually brought him back for the PS5 release, and it was awesome. And then they completely forgot he existed. Like, where's our Ratchet 2? What's the name of the rat? I can't even remember the name of it because it was so long ago. What's the name of the Ratchet and Clank PS5 game? Into the Spider-Verse? Whatever the heck it was. Rift Apart. Where's Rift Apart 2? Rift Apart was like amazing and sold well and was like the best. It was the best release game for the PS5. Doing time. Where the heck is Rift Apart 2? I can't believe how bad that Ratchet and Clank movie was, by the way. I went to that movie. I saw it in theaters. It was terrible. Oh. That's right. Gauntlet. What is that? Oh, it's probably for you. Oh no, it's just defense. Yeah, it is for you though. I think I would rather... the healing every turn than a little extra defense power. Yeah, I mean, some of these games they bring back from the dead for like a remake, remaster, port, collection thing. And then everyone's super excited and it sells really well, and then they're like, so anyways, like, wait, like, you brought back the old ones and people love them? Imagine making a new one. Hey, long time no see. The golem is attacking us. I thought maybe it forgot it has been 1,000 years. We gotta fight a golem? We're cooked. He's a lot smaller. We're just going to keep Rudy silenced because it doesn't do anything to him. It's probably already pretty slow, but... Oh, he actually has something to steal. This is like the first boss in the game that has something to steal. Could be huge. Also, I'm going to use lucky cards. I have freaking 7 of them. So, Cold sleep. That's not very nice. So the Uncharted movie was actually decent, but also the dumbest movie I've ever seen. So take that for what you will. Fire effect is halved. I wonder if that's this field thing. I wonder if I could use field to like get rid of that. Yeah, I couldn't, to this day, I still can't believe that that movie was even made. Let's see what these twin orbs do. Come on, good steal. I want the steal. So it's probably gonna do like no damage at all. Wow, it did a lot actually. Absolute zero. Beep, 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 doo, doo, doo. Throw a protector. Yeah, it's like one of the most misguided movies I've ever seen. They took a series that's basically nothing to do with National Treasure, and they were like, what if we made National Treasure, but worse? So what you get is a okay movie that you might as well just watch National Treasure instead, and a horrible Uncharted movie. So I have no idea what the auto means on the balls. Alright, I'm trying one more time, then I'm giving up. It's also time to give him the business with the rockets. Come on, baby. What if this guy is like the best item in the game? I feel like I should keep trying. Oh, there it is! And it was a freaking Mega Berry, not worth. I mean, kind of worth, but why does he even have a Mega Berry? Use this on you, and I'm gonna use this on you. That's the first boss in the game to have a steal, and it's just a regular item. But it's a really good regular item. Alright. Now it's time to give him the business. Bleep. I didn't even notice its eyeballs. Oh my god! So much damage. You put Cecilia to sleep? Are you kidding me? Summon Guardian. I have no way to get ammo back. Well, actually, I do. I have those items. What happens if I Mystic? Bullet clip. I can't. Okay. I have 7 of these. I feel like I could probably just spam my rockets. Do I have anything that would actually be good? I don't remember what most of this stuff does. I don't want to use this, I know that. Protect Cape probably gives you Protect. Beep, 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 boop, boop. Okay. I'll just heal. Yeah. Bro, rocket launcher is kind of breaking the game, not gonna lie. I can't believe the golems are on their side. Weapons only act according to what the user wants. That golem probably got reprogrammed. We are different. We can't be reprogrammed. Wow. I mean, true.